7-1, Jim Costa in for Mike Valenti today. Rico, you got all the buttons. Be careful.
Oh.
Welcome in.
See, Kenny, I used it.
We got an issue with Kenny we'll get
Kenny's
to later
mad
in the
at me
show.
for some reason.
I'm mad at Kenny. I'm mad at Kenny because of what Kenny does to Kenny. We'll find time for that later. Can we start with your question about love and whether you're willing to love again?
I mean, it really sets up. There was high expectations in the spring. Tigers were coming in. They went out and spent in free agency. It looked like they wanted to be a competitive team in baseball. Jim, it was sky high. People actually said they'll be in the graphic come September. That's all you want. Labor Day, can you be at least 7-8 games out of the final wild card spot?
I remember.
That was the bar. Well, before we hit Memorial Day, the season was over.
Nosedive.
It was over. Lions, come on, man. We all know what happened. Hard Knocks came into town. They were prime time.
Well, surely they'll be on the graphic.
Dan Campbell was one of the top in Vegas. Talking to Derek Stevens, we'll talk to him later today. Dan Campbell was receiving money on NFL Coach of the Year. Okay? We're talking about the Lions, and why not the Lions? Rieger was going worst to wild card. Mike and a lot of people, hey, 10, 11 wins. Why not this team? Aaron Rodgers is done. You can win the North. You can do this. And we're sitting here at the bye week. We're 1-4.
About that.
Yeah.
Another nosedive.
Getting ready to start the Wings and Pistons. And can Detroiters love again? Can they open up their hearts to two more franchises? Or do you just sit there and say, you know what? I can't get my expectations up. I can't do it because the Lions and the Tigers hurt you so badly that you can't. But these two teams are starting off.
Kenny's going to the opener tomorrow night for the Red Wings.
You'll be at the Pistons.
The Pistons opener next Wednesday.
You know, Wings coach basically said, hey, look, to paraphrase him, I know we're a bad team. I don't think we can make up and get enough points to make it into the playoffs this year. Pistons made, draft day deals. Jaden Ivey falls into your lap. Where's your excitement level? Do you have it? Or is it one of those things where you better ride this out now because by Christmas, we're talking NCAA tournament. 248-539-9797.
No, it's a real question. Like, have the Tigers and more recently the Lions tempered your expectations? Because I do think people are excited about the Pistons and the Red Wings. But is that dark cloud hanging over our head, casting a shadow going into next week?
Right. Are you ready to open your heart and just be exposed again?
Maybe
it was like, it was a bad breakup and then you found the rebound and that person stole your wallet and your identity. And now you got nothing. And now comes two more people ready to say, but give me a shot. Are you going to give him a shot?
I am. And go ahead and make fun of me. Maybe I'm a sucker. I like what Yzerman did this offseason. He brought in real free agents. This isn't we're counting on draft picks. They brought in real free agents who were playing on their top lines. They brought in a goalie just in case the last guy isn't competent enough and you need a second option. I feel like they're going to be in the graphic, in the mix, and we've been saying this.
So the graphic. We're back to the graphic.
I know.
Remember, the Lions were supposed to be in the graphic come Thanksgiving.
That's the other thing, Rico. We don't even set the bar that high. We don't even say, hey, I think we're going to win a championship. We don't say, I think my team's going to make the playoffs.
We got David and Kenny got a bet on to see which team actually goes the furthest between the Pistons and the Wings. I mean, for the Pistons, it's can you get to the play? Can you be in the graphic for the play-in game?
Yes, they can.
For the play-in game.
Yes.
That's what we are.
Especially when you factor in the race to the bottom that's going to be happening in the NBA this year. As everybody tanks for that 7'4" French guy.
Oh, Wembanyama.
Yeah, and I think the Pistons are going to legitimately try to win.
No, I think they're going to tank.
You think so?
Oh, I think everybody's going to. I think it's going to be a private meeting where Adam Silver will have to tell everybody, I know what you're doing. Stop this. I mean, you're going to see, well, it was a travel day. It was, what's it called in the NBA when they
Maintenance day?
game management?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
management, yeah.
Yeah, it's load management.
Yes.
Load management. Yeah, you've been load managing for the last 30 days. Get out there and put a team on the court. Everybody wants that 7'4" guy. I mean, he's a unicorn. Everybody wants him. Pistons, with the picks that they have, with the
But don't
deals
they
that
owe it
have,
to try to win this year? You have 2 top 5 picks in the backcourt together. You got a couple other picks that have overachieved, and Bay and Stewart. Don't you have to try to win some games this year?
Yeah.
Don't you have to turn a corner?
You have to, but I mean, at this point, we're talking, can you just be in the graphic
I know.
for the final wild card spot? We're not setting the bar high.
We don't ask much, and we get little. We get less.
We've gotten less. A week into each of the other seasons, Tigers and Lions, done.
I mean,
done.
you're right. It was May.
It was May.
And it was like, hey, Tigers are done. It's October, and we're going,
this
hey,
way.
Lions are done.
Cookies, I remember opening day.
Remember Baez?
Baez gets the double.
Yep.
They win the game. Oh, man, people calling this show. I think we got something here. Carlos who? We got Javi Baez. Yeah. How'd that work out?
248-539-9797. We're going to do there we go. Get that whistle going. We're going to do a lot of college football today, including later in the hour, the biggest games this weekend. 3 o'clock, a validation weekend for our teams here. Let's go to the phones. Brandon, you're in Woodhaven. You're on 97.1.
How you guys doing?
Hey, Brandon.
So I think what Troy Weaver and Eiserman's doing is in the free agency. I think that's, we can see progress with them, and I think Brad Holmes failed to do that in the off season, and now look what's showing for us. So hopefully during this season for the Red Wings and Pistons, we'll see that improvement through free agency, helping this team grow with the young guys.
So, Brandon, you're optimistic. Both teams.
Yes, both teams. And I'm more optimistic. I'm more safer bet with the Red Wings, I think, because I don't know about the Pistons defense. I think we're going to give up a lot of points, and Ohio State's going to lose by 3 touchdowns to Michigan.
We're just calling our shots today. Okay. All right. There you go.
So, 248-539-9797. You heard Brandon. You heard us talking. Where is your level of optimism for the Wings and the Pistons? And this is for the people who've been screaming, how come you guys don't talk Wings? How come you guys don't talk Pistons? Guess what we're doing right now? We're talking Wings. We're talking Pistons. You know what we got? All righty. So, where's your level of optimistic? Are you there? Are you ready for this? Because the seasons are starting right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Call your shot. Hey, are the Wings, is this the year that they can turn the corner? Are you looking for them to make the playoffs? Just be in the graphic. Pistons, same thing. Are they in the play-in game? Or would you rather them just tank one more year and break David's heart?
See, I'm so
Break
sick
my
of it.
heart.
No, I'm so sick of the tanking. You get a couple seasons to clear the deck and get some high picks. And for the Red Wings, they've been doing it longer than anybody in town. And Eiserman's found his guys. And he just signed guys in free agency. No more tanking. It's time to legitimately step out of the darkness and into the light. And for the Pistons, you could make the case because of who's at number 1, but I really feel like you got your 2 guys in your backcourt. They may go through some growing pains because it's 2 young guards and there may be issues with turnovers and figuring out your turn, my turn, but it shouldn't be an intentional tank for either of these teams anymore.
No, it shouldn't. And here's the thing. If somebody can jump out to a fast start, this town is yours to own.
Oh, it's so true.
The people of Detroit want something. They have been disappointed for so many years. You step out there and you get off to a fast start, they'll fill up Little Caesars.
Let me give you you mentioned opening day and the buzz on the phones when they won that game. I was on last year after the Red Wing opener that they lost. It was an overtime loss to Tampa, but they went toe-to-toe. Larkin gets ejected. Full phone lines at like 11 o'clock at night, midnight. People are buzzing. They want something so badly. Can one of these teams just start hot? Can one of these teams get us into the second month of the season and we're talking about them?
To the new year.
Please.
That in January, we got something to talk about and we're not doing draft shows.
No, I don't want to do mock drafts and firing coaches and Yes! Yes! All right, we'll get your phone calls. 248-539-9797. How optimistic are you for both these teams kicking off in the next week? It's 97.1.